For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight-up hustle. We see you, but if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the Heady Postgame Show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's I'm the problem. It's me. Hi.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Hey everybody, welcome into the Halos in the Infield post-game show. I am your host Todd Fox as we get it started on a Thursday. We are almost to the weekend. We are almost to the end of the season. And I can tell you from a network that covers the Angels, and I live, breathe, and die watching the Angels, mostly dying this year. It's been a rough season, as you guys can tell. And I think last year, you could say, well, 99 losses last year. That was rough. But again, this one feels like we lost 200 games. The way they crashed and burned the, mid-August on, it's been unwatchable baseball. I was very happy to see the Angels get to, or football season to kick off. My Seahawks won tonight, although that game was a butt clincher and should have been a blowout. But needless to say, I'm in football mode as the Angels have just been trashed. They given up, we've given up, but we're still, I wouldn't say giving up because there's a lot of hopium for the off season. But for right now, as far as like on this team, ever thinking that there was a chance for this team to get back in it and stuff, they blew those opportunities a long time ago. And it just seems like their heart's out of it. And it's been like that for a little bit. So it's no surprise when they lose a game like this where it was close. Trout hits a home run. Woo! And we're supposed to get really excited because it's 401. And my take about Mike Trout and everything else like that. There's a lot to get into. And like I said, I can't wait till the end of the season here on Saturday when, again, we're going to be at Bruheim in Anaheim, and we're going to be doing a live just autopsy on the season. Really, it's going to be a round table with the Halo boys. And before we go into the stadium, 3 hours before the game, if you come down there, there's going to be drink specials. And there's also going to be an opportunity for you to voice your opinion live on a podcast that's getting recorded at the same time as it being live, and get your name out there and give your final conclusions of how this team and why this team is where it's at, the history, maybe your history, talk about your fandom, stuff like that. It's going to be a round table for a few of us that are going to be on the mic, but also we're going to invite those guests to come down and vent if you want to, or just be super Halo honkish and talk about how you think this team will be back in before you know it kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like, is the glass, always half full, or is it half empty? That kind of thing. But we have a lot to talk about here tonight as the Angels fall to the Royals once again. This time they lose 9-4. So it wasn't really, it was close for a while. Like I said, Mike Trout's home run got him back in the game, but then, I guess it is what it is, man. They showed their true colors. They lost tonight. Bachman, a lot of people are going to say that Bachman is a 4A pitcher. He can never get it done in the majors. Some will say that he just needs to tweak his stuff. He's got, and I'm one of those guys who thinks he just needs to tweak his stuff a little bit. He's got really, really good stuff, but man, oh man, did he get lit up tonight. And Bachman is unfortunately a pitcher who's again been up and down through the system, and it doesn't seem like he's gotten anything going yet. So let's see. You got some people checking in here saying I've been a fan since I was a toddler. You also got the Dodger fan. When you swept us, I clowned you, but we were both Seahawk fans. Shout out to Trevor right there. As again, the Seahawks get a victory tonight. I'm kind of banking on my football team this year more than baseball, for obvious reasons. Bryce Teal probably would have caught that Perez double. I'm with you right there. Loyal Halos checks in with our softball games are more exciting than the Angels baseball. And again, our softball, if you're interested in playing with us in Top Fan Rivalry, Loyal Halos, and probably another page or two, it's going to be on October 25th. We're going to have a big game once again, so that should be pretty fun. But again, Perez always seems to kill us. And he did tonight again. And unfortunately, it's just another loss. And again, looking over at the team, what they did tonight, if you look at the stats in a 9-4 loss, Ferris takes the loss, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs, 5 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Yet a solo shot from Shonawil, a solo shot from Adele, and a 2-run shot from Mike Trout. And again, I mean, you can literally go back, and if you want to complain about the pitching, fine. You want to talk about the bullpen, fine. You want to talk about the lack of starting pitching, fine. But I will challenge you, and I will tell you, like I have all season long, just look at what the main problem of the Angels is. It's the hitting. Again, all your runs are being scored on home runs, and the coaching staff is so stupid that they are encouraging this. The analytics, the nerds who have never played. And Charles Barkley once famously said about analytics, it's ruining the game of the NBA. It's ruining other sports. He says analytics are for geeks and losers. This is his words, that never had sex during high school and never played the game at a high level, or even professionally, or as a what's it called? What's that word I'm looking for? Not professional. Well, not only professional, but organized. They've never played organized sports, and it's true. It's true. They just look at Locked On Cox. I mean, these guys have never played, ever, don't go to games, but claim they know baseball. And they follow StatCast like it's a Bible. They probably read it more than a Bible. So, again, if you've never played, but you're able to, and that's the worst part of it, dude. Because you know how, like, if you work at a certain corporation or job, and you're like, man, I worked my entire life, 20, 30 years to get to this position of supervisor or lead. But someone else who's never done your job has been telling you to do your job for years. They've never had to do the grunt work, never had to put in the time you have. While you put in the hard time, the work to get there, some fat slob or some nerdy prick is telling you what to do. That's what it feels like with analytics. These guys don't know a damn thing about the sport, yet they're encouraging our players who, I think if you've watched any Angels baseball at all as a fan, you know that these players have talent. They wouldn't be in the big leagues if they weren't. And I challenge any of you guys, since we're talking about going into, say, for instance, into this whole, like, checking out stats or checking out, certain tendencies, right? Because that's what I believe what should be told is tendencies, not goofy goober fucking StatCast bullshit stuff, made up stats, made up analytics. Just look at these players in AAA, look at their numbers in AA, and then compare it to when they make the jump to the majors. They didn't get here by swinging home runs at everything, swinging for the fences at everything. They got here because their stats are much better. Why do they always fall off? Well, Todd, they get to the major leagues facing tougher competition. I don't think that's always the right thing, because I know there's certain players that, again, Adele is built to be playing the analytics type deal. He's built and he can show you that, okay, the ceiling for him at the analytics level, because I could believe he could be a lot better. But the analytics have helped him. 1 out of 9 guys in the lineup or more. One guy, and maybe you could throw Taylor Ward in there and say, well, Taylor Ward's having a career year. The analytics have helped him. Okay, the analytics have destroyed Mike Trout. The only guy who doesn't listen is Shonawell. Neto strikes out way too much. When Neto was here and not injured, I believe he wasn't even close to his ceiling. I think it's messed up Christian Moore. I think it's messed up O'Hoppe. But Joe Adell, Taylor Ward, they're those kind of, hey, swing for the fences. Work a walk here and there. If you strike out, who gives a damn? Move on. That's the kind of players that fit in good with analytics. Everybody else, and again, if the minority is in charge as far as like you're only getting the minority of the lineup to work and the majority of it's not working, then you got to throw whatever game plan you had out the fucking window. It's not working. It's not worth it. It's stupid. But again, what do we know? What do we know? The majority of fans understand that analytics have ruined baseball. And what does the Angels do? Double down, triple down, hell, quadruple down on the fact that they are not wrong. Their ego is right and too big to make any adjustments. It's just, and that's what, again, you can go back and look at their minor league stats of every player on the roster currently. And look how much better their stats are in the minor leagues compared to here. If you don't want to go that far, look at what the Angels have done this season. Stick to the majors and look at how many times they've scored 4 or more runs and won ball games compared to 3 runs or less. Then you just look at their home runs compared to their RBI production, compared to the runners in scoring position. And you could see that they don't add up to any good team at all. You can see that they are 135, I believe, runs under the run differential minus. You can't win like that. Again, a lot of people want to throw everything on the pitching, and I understand it. It's been a decade of frustration. We have not had a real starting pitcher since Jared Weaver. You can say, well, we had Richards for a little while. We didn't have, I mean, Heaney was no pitcher, no good pitcher, but we haven't brought in any kind of free agent that blows anybody away. We haven't. It's nickel and dime guys. Nickel and dime guys. Again, until, if we're going to play this little blue light special Kmart for all the you throwbacks, or the Walmart special bin, or any one of these kind of freaking deals at a Dollar General, Savers, whatever the fuck. But that's the kind of pitching I feel that we get when it comes to starters. We take diamonds in the rough and make it work in the bullpen, because for the most of the season, the bullpen was, again, another strong point to the Angels. But with that being said, again, if you're going to nickel and dime us on the starting pitching again, then at least throw away the analytics, give our hitters a chance, work small ball into it. And again, like I said last night, utilize the goddamn speed that this franchise has all throughout it. If you look at the speed on every level of Major League Baseball and minor leagues in this system, it's flooded with a lot of contact guys and a lot of speed dudes. Yet as soon as they come up here, we just freaking say, well, you know what? Swing for the fences, man. I mean, you don't, whatever you learn down there, it's apparently not perfect. We have to go with whatever we're going to do. We have a game plan. Trust the process, they say. Yet, again, trusting the process does not get you any wins. No wins whatsoever. William asked, do you think the Skaggs trial lawsuit will affect the Angels in free agency? Absolutely, yes. It'll come down to then selling the franchise. Not with a Skaggs trial, but with the audit. But it will definitely put a pinch, especially if he has to pay the money right up front. This team needs an enema. That's for sure. I will just say this, though. This team is never going to get to the next level under this administration, and especially if it just continues to just, again, it feels like we are a vehicle stuck in a, off the side of the road, stuck in mud or in snow or what have you, sand, doesn't matter, and we're trying to spin those wheels and get out, and we can't. We're being held down by what holds us in the ground, which is whatever obstacle Artie's put in front of this franchise, which is the analytics, which is poor coaching. I mean, this coaching staff is just terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. You go throughout the league and say, well, the coaching or the managing in Miami isn't good, or it's not good in Colorado. It's not good in Pittsburgh. It's not good here. It's not good in there. Give me those guys. I'll take Colorado's managing, not because they beat us 2 out of 3, because I just think they're more competent. Look, there's terrible owners out there. Colorado being one of them. Just look him up. That I don't know his name offhand. I don't know the Pirates owner offhand. I don't know the Marlins owner offhand. But those 3 owners in just in general, just the first 3 off the top of my head are terrible. And I mean terrible. Only in it for the money, that they incur once the luxury tax money comes back. That's all they care about. TV revenue. They are only in it to win it when it comes to money, not in it to win it on the field. Artie has fallen into that category, but he's worse because, again, that lawsuit is going to make him liable to what happened to Tyler Skaggs. He's also been in quite a few other no-nos and problems. So this guy is not clean at all. He's a very dirty player out there. And again, we're going, Donald Sterling syndrome. If we only had that, we could possibly get rid of him. But we're not going to get rid of Artie unless that audit goes through. So as we play out these final 3 games against the Houston Astros, who now have lost the division. Obviously, last night, Seattle getting the 60th home run from Dumper himself. Kyle Raleigh, wow, that's 60 home runs for a catcher. That is amazing. So Kyle Raleigh has the year of all years. Right now, you have the shit fucks of Ohio and Detroit tied for first. The Yankees and Blue Jays tied for first. You have the Mariners are the only ones who have locked up a division, which is crazy to say. And again, I said it earlier in the year. I said 89 to 90 wins will lock up the division. And bam! At least I was right with that prediction. Our division sucked. We're sitting there with 71 wins. Imagine had they gotten about 14 or 15 of those, they'd be right still in it right now. But Texas got eliminated. Houston is holding, obviously not in the division. But as far as the wild cards are concerned, both leagues are up in the air. The Cincinnati the Diamondbacks really screwed themselves over by losing tonight to the Dodgers. But the Cincinnati Reds are a game out of the New York Mets, which I really hope they surpass the Mets. And then you got the Houston Astros sitting 1 game back of either the Ohio shitfucks or the Detroit Tigers. What does that mean? Surprisingly, the Angels have an opportunity to eliminate the Houston Astros. Surprisingly, they do. They can play a vital role in ending the Houston Astros season without a playoff appearance. My thing is, will they? Or will they play uninspired like they did tonight or other nights and roll over for the Houston Astros and give them an opportunity or allow them to get back in it? That is, again, if you are an Angels fan and you are literally rooting for something good to happen, the way this season has gone, expect the opposite. Don't get your hopium up. I'm trying not to put my Halo honk thing on and be all excited, but even with a lousy roster we have right now, nothing would make me more happier than, obviously, we swept the Dodgers this year. had a lousy ass season in general. But if we can knock out the Houston Astros, that would make my day. At least give me not that sour taste at the end of the season. It sucks not making the postseason. We all know that. I've gotten over that. But if they're able to at least do what they haven't done the last couple of years and hurt a team from getting far or getting into the postseason, the Angels, if you look at the last few years when they've been eliminated in September, they roll over for everybody. They just literally apply the lube themselves and let everybody do whatever they want to them. So can we please, and this is shout out to the Angels, can we please man up, play with pride, and beat those goddamn Astros? Thank you, Mace, for the contribution. He says this shit is getting old. 11 years with no playoffs. It has been old. I swear to God, I can't get over it at times that it's been this long. It doesn't feel like it has, but it has, and that's what hurts. Halos fan says the Skaggs issue is a huge black eye for the franchise. It is enormous. But will the league take note? And will they finally say enough is enough? Will the audit force Artie out? We don't know. Now, Halo Luke on X says there's a lot of baseball left to be played. And speaking of that moron from AM 830.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Are you with me tomorrow at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. prior to game 1 of the Angels-Astros series? Are you with me in calling 1-714-2-830-830, home of Roger Lodge's Sports Lodge? Because I'm going to be calling, and I'm going to be trying to prank call him from 3 different phones. I'm going to ask him, does the season start tomorrow? I'm going to ask him what was up with Revive in 25. I want you guys to get on there and be sarcastic as fuck if you can. Record it, send it to us, and maybe we'll set up a little montage on our social medias of the calls. But I'm definitely going to get on there and troll his ass tomorrow. It's the least that I could do for an untalented hack. I can't say it good enough to represent what a hack he is. How he just wastes your time on the radio. See, at least I don't have the sponsors he has to pay what he pays or gets paid. I'm not making 6 digits. Homeboy is making $135,000 this year. Yes, Roger Lodge. His contract was up the year Artie was dangling the franchise out there to be sold. We could have got rid of him, could have lost him, and that would have been great. But that guy is making so much money right now for wasting your time, my time. It's the home of the Angels. He talks Dodgers. He comes on there and talks soccer, talks NBA, tells you about his childhood that nobody gives a shit about, and then plays you into commercial after commercial talking about spritz o'clock getting a botanical spritz. So yeah, it's not coming from a jealous side. It's coming from I can't stand the guy. Like we get one, like literally AM 570 has all day Dodger, Laker talk, whatever you want, UCLA, you get your local Los Angeles talk. We have one station in Anaheim, SoCal, Riverside area, Newport, whatever you want to call it, right? One station to represent Orange County. And what do? They fuck it up. They get a hack on there for 3 hours and then just go, hey, we're going to go the cheap route and give you ESPN. What is it? You get the same shit on the other AM 710. We're just going to play the same thing. When they could have live and local people come on the radio and represent the Angels, the Ducks, all that stuff. That has been my biggest complaint of AM 830 the entire way, dude. I've never, ever liked the way they've ran the Angels station. Because you could talk OC sports all year if you wanted to. If the guys in San Diego who have 3 radio stations on the AM dial can find things to talk about all day without playing nationwide sports talk and filler, they've literally got San Diego College sports and the Padres left. That's it. Yet they still can fill hour after hour after hour. Yet the Angels can't even do that. Yeah, they'll play overnight stuff of, regular broadcasts from nationwide from the supporters, but they can't even do that during the day or even like have an afternoon show or a morning show. It's pathetic. Like, God, there's so many things I would change for this franchise, dude. If you gave me control, creative control, like just if you didn't want to give me team control, I could at least polish the turd the best I could. I wouldn't be doing this shit and then making the Angels fans like dumb, like they literally dumb you down. They act, and that's why I think the Halo honks gravitate to Locked On Cox, because they've been dumbed down for so many years. Like if you hear someone like just profess to be smart at the topic of the Angels, it's like they latch on like a dog that's trying to find a new owner that's a stray, or a stray cat following you home. Like they don't do their homework. They just believe whatever comes out the radio, comes out their smartphone, whatever. I think like on this network and a couple other podcasts that I know that aren't named Locked On Cox, they actually give you the good stuff. Like even Trent Rush, he'll just sit there and gloss somebody over, glaze them up and down, literally lick their lips almost about how great they are, and not really ask real questions. Hey, I know what the Angel fans want to know. They want to know, Zach Neto, not how you're swinging and missing and struggling right now before you got injured. No, they don't want to know about how you get hit and your pitchers don't like to respond and get your back when you've been hit. No, they want to know what your favorite color is and what was your favorite toy as a kid when you got McDonald's in the Happy Meal, because that's what it's about. Happy Meal, Happy Neto. Yeah, look at my nipples. They're so hard. Trent Rush, everybody. Trent Rush. So why am I going so off the rails tonight? Because this team is completely off the rails. Again, I'm wearing a Seahawks hat. And again, I've told my friends this, and I said, dude, when the Seahawks, even when they were good and they were postseason Seahawks, and the Angels were good over 10 years ago. And again, I'm talking about Legion of Boom Seahawks, best ever in their franchise. I still would not get fully invested in football, especially 2014. And again, that team went to the Super Bowl. I would not get involved or invested until October, until the Angels were eliminated. Yes, I'd watch the Seahawks, but they'd be secondary. But now it is so reversed. And even a few years after the the Angels weren't in the playoffs, and up until about, I'd say, to be honest with you, 2018, I'd check out in September then after 2018, because it's like, why watch it? Like, again, it sucks. It just sucks not to be able to see competitive baseball late in the season. It's very sad. And I'd hate checking out, because I would get into football when football was, a month in or 2 months in. I'd start catching up, knowing my rosters, and start really following it. But before that, it was just like, hey, man, I got to watch the Angels, dude. They're playing important games right now. They got a good squad. They got an opportunity right here. It hasn't been like that for a very, very long time. And I want those days to return. But again, man, there is so much, like, it feels like we are in a building just crumbling. It's almost red tagged. Like you can't inhabit it. It sucks. There has to be, almost has to be a complete rebuild. And I think it does. So again, if you want to getting back to, if you want to join me on the prank calls tomorrow, let's fucking do it. Again, the number is 1-714-2-830-830. 714-2-830-830. Call into Roger Lodge and tell him how much of a hack he is. Tell him how much you got to stop reviving in 25 and spritz in 26. Man. Halo fan says, who would be your pick for manager? I got to know if I have a GM first. Because again, I would love if we can't fire a manager and keep Perry, who Perry is dangling by a fucking cord right now. If you're going to do it, cut them all and then hire a new team president who has the vision of the GM that you're going to hire. And that GM has the same vision as the CEO or the, the man in charge. And the manager as well is on the same plane. Because again, we were spoiled. We had Mike Scioscia, who worked with Regans, who worked with Stoneman, and who worked a little bit with Dipoto, but they got into arguments a lot. And then he tried to work with Epler, but Epler brought in the analytics. He brought all the fungus in. My point being this: we got spoiled because we had Scioscia. You want your manager, just like the greats of NFL, of the NBA. You don't see the managers on vacation. You see them in the war room drafting the players. You see them courting the free agents. You see them talking to the GM in batting practice saying, hey, you know what? Hey, Perry, you might want to go out there. We're kind of slim on the first base side. We need to beef it up a little bit. How about trying to make another trade? I was thinking about this player. What do you think, Perry? And then Perry says, well, that's a good idea. I was kind of thinking of this guy. What do you think about that, Mike? Does he fit in with what you need? I'm just putting Mike Scioscia's name there in general. But you get my point. You need the manager and the GM to be on the same page. You need to know that, okay, if we make this trade, if we add payroll, it's going to be okay. The owner will be fine with it because why? We're trying to win. We're trying to put the best product on the field. We owe that to the fans. At some point, Artie forgot that he owes that to us. He owes us a winner. And until you give us a winner, we have the right, like a lot of fans that have been on and off this post game for the entirety of its time period, either check out, don't give a shit, say they're not going to go to games anymore, but follow from afar. They remain fans. Or we've seen those say, well, wherever Ohtani goes, we go. And they left. And then you got the fans like us that are still here, that are still commiserating, that are still sharing our experiences, that are still saying, man, we want this thing to be better. What can we do, or when can we get better? And I think that's what keeps a lot of us hanging on. Because we don't want to watch a poor-ass team every night. We don't want to see this team get its head bashed in every night. We don't want to say, well, I'm surprised they were in it this long. Well, you knew that was coming, right, Bob? 4-run inning. You can see that. Well, they struck out 10 more times tonight. Like, I'm tired of that because that's what we go to games and we're sitting there because we're not like Locked On Cox, who goes to 2 games all year. By the way, there was their second game tonight they went to. The flagship podcast literally has only gone to 2 games all year. One of my daughters doesn't like baseball anymore, and she's gone to more games than they have, and they're supposedly the pros. My point being is you want to go to games not thinking that the worst is going to happen, and then being not just pleasantly surprised, but amazingly surprised when they actually pull something out or do something right. Because again, all they're doing right now is hitting home runs. That's it. And to the layman, to the idiot, to the moron, to all those dorks that think they know baseball, they think, wow, we have so many home runs, guys. Oh my God. Did you see how many times the flames went off in the outfield? Did you see the fireworks? Wasn't that amazing? But that's the only runs you score. You can't put together any kind of inning. You can't put up a crooked number. You can't make the game exciting for fans when there's a runner at first and you hit one to the gap and everyone's on their feet and they're like, oh my God, he's rounding second. He's coming to third. Is he going to stop or is he going to go? Oh my God, they're throwing home. He's hitting the cutoff man. Oh, he's safe. That's more exciting than a fucking home run. A solo shot when you're down 8-1. When you're trying to score, you're knocking in that run coming around the bases and you're tying the game or you're getting the lead. That's fucking baseball. That's awesome. You got first and second. You're down a run. Nobody out. The infield's creeping in. All of a sudden, there's all this strategy going on, and the pitch clock is running down. What's the pitcher gonna do? Is he gonna try to, like? Are you gonna bunt? Is he gonna try to throw it up high so you pop up? Are you gonna be able to hold? Are you guys gonna do a double steal? Is the bunt gonna be rolled the right way, or is it gonna be a force play, a double play? You know, all this shit can happen. Or are they gonna bobble the ball and everybody's safe? I mean, that's just a bunt situation. I mean, there's a lot of cool things that can happen in a baseball game. But unfortunately, me and you are watching those plays take place for other teams in other games. So if you're not watching us, you're likely to see those type of exciting plays take place. You're likely to see pure baseball for most teams. There still is a lot of teams that do overuse analytics, and you miss out on it as you would an Angels game. However, you do see, if you venture outside of the Angels bubble, other teams actually bunting, other teams actually sacrificing, other teams actually getting 9 hits and 6 runs and 3 walks and not striking out 12 to 15 times. You see a lot of contact. You see a lot of bullpen bullpen pitchers having to come in and out because they can't get the outs. Or you could see a Paul Skeens win a 2-1 game or a 1-0 game, a well-pitched, well-defensive game, and an ace just go out there and dominate, something we don't see here in Anaheim either. A guy complete a game. There was no in this analytics world and this coddling of our pitchers, who's pitched our last complete game? Those don't exist for us anymore because the analytics say no. Let's just say Kikuchi the other night pitched 5 innings, 66 pitches, I believe. He could have possibly, few easy innings, could have finished the game, but we won't let him. And that's the problem. The purity of baseball, the excitement of baseball is definitely, I'm not talking for every team in the league. Again, there's some teams that are just as dumb as we are, but not as dumb. Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense. They're almost as dumb as we are. I think we're the dumbest. Like we do things just ass backwards. Like if it doesn't make sense, by God, we are going to do it. And we're going to do it with pride. But there are teams out there that can utilize aces and say, hey, you know what, this guy, he really wants this win. It's going to help him in contract negotiations, because you got to think about that too. If he can go out there and put up zeros for 9 innings, hey man, he's got 3 complete games on his resume. Or hey man, he's pitched 8 strikeouts. Okay, so he pitched 127 innings or 127 pitches. His arm didn't fall off. He's fine. He'll live. He'll be all right. We don't even. It's like, whoa, 85. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here before he catches on fire. Boy, oh boy. This team, again, I want all of you as homework. If you haven't given up on baseball, I want you guys to watch the playoffs. Pick a team, pick a game. It doesn't matter. Use your experience in watching Angels baseball this year to then diagnose what you're watching in the postseason between the fan interreactions with the home team, between the defensive plays, between the want and the desire of certain players to rise to the occasion in playoff baseball, to see the intricacies of the game, substitutions, defensive changes, or defensive adjustments, pitching adjustments, bunting, stolen bases, pitch outs. Notice how pure and how much better these playoff teams are compared to your Angels. It might break your heart because you're going to be like, my God, we've got a long way to go to get to where these teams are. The only thing that gives me any kind of hope, again, is the offseason stuff that could happen. And then the fact that you have teams like Detroit and others who have recovered from just mismanagement and poor teams and they've been able to get back on top in 2 to 3 years. I mean, 2 to 3 years off of 11 straight seasons. Yeah, it's still hard to endure a couple more, but if there's light at the end of the tunnel, I'm sure 95% of you would take that light at the end of the tunnel, knowing that there's a way out, that there's a, that out of this shit. Like, we're actually going to be decent again. I think you guys would take a 2-year lapse if you can be guaranteed, hey, this team is going to be in a better spot again. So with that being said, the Angels did not win again tonight. Halo Luke says, Halo boys better get liquored up for that sell the team on Saturday. We are going to be much involved in that. So hopefully you guys and gals can come out to Brewheim. Grillmaster says spritz o'clock, and I need a botanical spritz. So here's Artie drinking away.
Yeah! I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew says 3 more games and it's done. DJ says keep Tedosio in center field. I agree right there. Also, Eric says 17 games under 500 and last fucking place. Pink slips better be ready to distribute Sunday fucking afternoon. Call Roger Todd and tell him what we've been waiting for. Oh, yeah. What we've been waiting for is this guy.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut? You guys are crazy. Hello, Halo Nation. Hello, Halo hopefuls, and welcome back. What's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson. Don't get it twisted. You've probably heard of Viagra or Cialis. It's hard. It's hard. Oh, man. It feels great. Oh, yummy. Oh, how about a yummy? Oh, magic. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Tasting nut. Guys.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to get across right there, but okay. Hey, Sue says a 90-game losing season is still within reach. Get her done and get this garbage organization to where it's at. Albert says, no Peaches Mama's way. Ray will be gone and become the Angels. I'll become the Angels manager in 2026. Halos in the infield. I would say we suck again, but we never stop sucking. Also, there is a spritz o'clock. By the way, I put this out there. If anybody wants to get on, we'll do something a little different here. If you guys want to get on and talk with me or get on here live, let me throw the link up here. Then I'll put it in the comments, and there you go. If you want to get on and just say a few words and go for it, the link is there. Copy it and jump on, my friends. Might as well just give us a little, well, I don't know, whatever is on your mind. Let's get into it. Or if you want to ask a question. Mateo's team is riding high right there, outscoring opponents 120 to 30. That's awesome. Alfonso says Trout is so clutch. Awesome launch angle. He's so back. Glass so full for Trout. Bachman should be called Bach Bum. I want to hear construction jokes. Sorry, I'm still working on it. No. Mateo says he's fat. So we got to play this one.
This fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out. Calm down, okay? All right? He's fat.
Josh says Eric K should have been giving this team anxiety meds instead of painkillers. Damn. Alfonso says pickle ball on the Ocho is more exciting than the Angels baseball. Grillmaster's talking about running up his butt, which is our boy Roger Lodge again. And where is it? I hope we tell him.
Yeah! Fire! What?
Because right now, AIM 830 is just a bunch of. Why can't I find it?
Playoffs?
I'm finding like
playoffs?
every other one.
You kidding me?
Here it is.
Let me tell you something about my guy, John Stamos. So I was able to go in the back bedroom and unscrew the old
balls and running up my butt right now.
you get out of it what you put into it. John Stamos
Choked on me.
He was so great.
Saucy says, God damn, this team needs so many pieces right now. Alfonso says, the dodgeball in the Ocho is more exciting than Halo Ball. Josh says, you don't have to swing out of your helmet to hit home runs. If you try to make contact, homers will come. Shonawell has 12 with one of the weakest swings in baseball. Exactly. And we're not asking him to or we may be asking him to, but he's like, nah, I'd rather freaking hit for average. And he does good. 3 more games in purgatory, Tamir 20 says. Saucy says, this team is really only marginally better than last year's team. Last year's team had a AAA lineup in September and lost the whole month. Also, damn, hopefully the audit goes our way. Screw Artie Moreno. Also, Alfonso says, come on, Papa Fox. I'm pretty sure the Halo Bros were studs on the Statistics Club bench. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were. The analytics is their thing. Numbers, that's it. The analytics nerd should pick up the calculator and figure out the play that payoff for swinging for the fences versus swinging for solid hits isn't worth it, especially when guys are natural sluggers. Analytics ruining pickleball too. I'm sure analytics will ruin ping pong. Also, Ward had a 280 batting average and an 830 OPS in 2022. This year, his batting average is 230 and an OPS of 790. Again, that's what happens with analytics. At Heat, so sad. Where's the damn pitching at Artie? Dude, I have no idea. He does not like pitching. We're allergic to pitching. It's just not in our repertoire. Please, Angels win this weekend to eliminate them Astros. Alfonso says the Mud Dogs didn't do analytics. Bobby Boucher didn't care about that shit. Angels suck says, love you, bro. Gonna miss you this off season. Well, check out the football show, man, my friend, or hockey. At least Todd is in a good mood because the Hawks won, sort of. Geez, Alfonso's one play away and we're in first place. Bob Nutting. Bob Nutting is the guy. I thought you were saying something bad right there, Grill. Alfonso says Artie doesn't realize that he would put a winner on the field. He could charge more for tickets, parking, and hot dogs. Won't spend a penny to $1. Yeah, he would make so much money because Angel fans buy no matter what. I stopped using baby oil for next year. Oh, you're holding off. Looks like we have a visitor. Who is this on the line with us?
Oh, you know who it is, honey. How you doing there, Todd?
Marsha's back. How we doing?
Oh, I'm back, and I'm horny as hell.
Well, that's not what I was wanting. I rather I mean, I've looked at some of these comments. I can't have you in that so horny mood tonight. I'm just not feeling it.
It's all this losing, Todd. It's making me horny. It's like I'll tell you what, it's like Uruguay down there. Hey, you know what I like to say when you're heading down there? You go Uruguay and I'll go mine. See what I did there?
Yeah, it did. Let me read a comment to please get that out of my mind. Don says, "Gonna miss you, big bro. You're the best post-game show, hands down." Thank you, Don. Thinking about your blue balls definitely has got me wanting baseball to end faster.
Oh, if we just had a little more time, Todd, we'd be able to make up that ground there, finish above 500.
You've been positive for a woman, to play. That is right to call you a woman, right?
Yeah, all woman, Todd. All woman. 6'5", 230 pounds. All woman.
Well, I mean, listen, you've had to go through a lot this year. You're retired from the game you love. You're not even playing in Russia this year. I mean, what has Marsha been up to? Because we've been waiting for you to get back on the show.
Well, hey, I've been doing a few things. I've been doing some. I've been really focusing on Pilates. Getting that stretch in and my breathing going, and did a little bit of I want to do a little bit of skiing, but there's no snow, so that's a bummer. But there's a lot of snow in the West Hollywood area, which I was visiting the other day. And that's a whole other story, Todd. I'll save it for another show.
You know, I wonder if we're gonna have you on the the arcade of Chicks with Sticks. Are we gonna have you on the round table?
Hey, what? Yeah, hey, maybe. It all depends. You want me on all fours? See what I did there? See what I did there? You want me to do a little dance on the table there, Todd? I didn't know you were into that stuff, but I'll help you out if you need me to. Hey, I'm here for the team, Todd. Hey, team player over here.
Courtney's warning me that I'm in danger. I'm just lucky I have not been stupid enough to give you my address because I think you'd be over here.
No. I talked to a couple of guys I know. I know where you live, but I'm not going to bother you, Todd. We're buds, right? Right, bud? We're pals.
Yeah, you and your crickets in the background.
Yeah. That's my audience.
That's a WNBA fans. That's what that is.
Yeah, hey, I'm used to it. That and green dildos.
Now,
Oh, boy, let me tell you.
we could have used your big bat in that softball tournament. Are you
No.
are you going to be available with those size 17 shoes? Because I'm telling you, the one that sold the game for us was Courtney. She had the big triple, bases loaded triple. So she was like, man, she won the game for us. So imagine what two women in our team could do.
Yeah, I would have brought the big bat, but Todd, ever since I moved to California, I lost the big bat. That's a joke. I was born a female.
You okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit of phlegm. Well, I think that's what it is. Hey, what happened to all the sexy guys you had in the chat before? I mean, is Grilly there? Hey, Grilly, I've been thinking about you. Wait, I got a little message I want to send to Grill. Grill,
What's
this is
that?
for you. This is for you, Grill.
Stop it, please. Stop it.
There you go. There you go, Grilly. And what about Monkey Boy?
I don't think Rally Chris is on here.
No, boy, we used to have some good times. I'd have him locked in a cage in the hotel room. He'd be flinging poo. Hey, that guy could clear about a good 8 to 9 feet. Let me tell you.
That's disgusting. Brewski Bonds, he may want to have a drink with you. He might be at that. Are you gonna be at the tailgate on Saturday?
I may be there. Just look for the chick in the mini skirt, and I'll be about 6'5", so can't miss me.
You're gonna have to duck down when you enter the establishment through the doors.
Yeah, exactly. Just look for the chick in the mini skirt and the 3 legs. I'm joking. I'm joking. I was born a female.
Courtney's like, you're probably the only woman she's been afraid of.
Hey, it'd be something. Maybe me and her could have like a arm wrestling match or something. For the kids.
Please don't hurt her. She's a nice woman. I'm just,
Oh, no. No, I'll be a perfect gentleman. Oh, woman.
Jeez. Dan with a comment there. I'm just getting to his comment right now.
Hey, Dan, how you doing, pal? Hey, bud. Dan, how you doing? That's what I'm talking about. I got all my Angel fans, my buddies out there. They're all upset. Down the dumps. This team sucks, Todd. It sucks real bad.
Hey, why is it? By the way, again, I know you're a huge Angels fan, but I would have loved to see you in one of those Angel outfits. Cheering everybody on. Wearing the robes out there in right field. You gonna get involved in that possibly?
No, usually I'm kind of a homebody, but I'll be at home completely naked with my angel wings on and a harp.
Please, that's not what I want to picture. Please, that's.
No, hey, I could strum a couple of notes. Let me tell you.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
So, just want to let you know that your show always on top of it, boy. I compare you to those other guys. I take a listen to the other guys. Check and see if they got anybody hot over there. They don't. They got 2 guys with beards that laugh at a high pitch. It's kind of creepy.
I don't know. I mean, they tickle each other. I thought you'd be into that.
I am, but I don't know. That's, I think the last thing I want from these two guys is a tickle pickle. You know what I mean?
Well, they look a little like this.
Oh, wow. Was that Pride pottery behind him? What was that? Boy, that was like a trip to the 60s. That was like a Star Trek episode. What's going on over there?
He designed that on the Ellen Show, by the way. Did you know he used to work on the Ellen Show?
Did he really? Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Ellen, she was great in Cobra Kai.
Look at you
Well,
with,
Todd,
with the pop culture. You're on point.
did you see what I did there?
Yes.
So, hey, it was good hearing. Hey, it's good hearing your voice again. I know I haven't talked in a while. I've been kind of busy banging guys, trying to get pregnant. Trying to get pregnant over here. Nothing's working. I'm starting to think my hoo-hoo isn't working.
We listen, Marcia, it's good to hear that womanly voice again. I'm hoping that I was hoping that you wouldn't get tangled up with Terry, because I know Terry's been doing a lot of shows over there at Chico's.
He's been really busy.
And if you were trying to get over to Chico's to meet a man, I don't think you would have much luck.
Oh yeah, Well, I'll tell you what. I had some luck, which was kind of weird, but it didn't turn out too well. Once they saw what was downstairs, it was the end of the story.
By the way, EQ wants to know Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark.
I'm gonna go with Caitlin, even though she's a backstabbing whore. I think she plays the game a lot better. They're all whores, Todd. All of them. They're all whores.
Listen,
except me. I was the only classy one of the bunch.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Till I injured my Achilles. Hey, is Grilly still there?
Yeah, he's still there, but
hi, Grilly.
Courtney says that your voice is helping her to get settled in bed. So she loves your sweet sounding voice.
Okay, well, lay your head back, girl, and listen to this. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's time for you to go to sleep. I don't know the lyrics, sorry.
Good job.
Time to go, Mimi's. Time to go, Mimi's.
Alfonso wants you to. He says that you could possibly try the Blue Oyster Bar.
No. Oh, I thought you were talking about my junk.
No, that would be the waffle. The Archangel says.
Oh, there we go. See what you did there? I did have a case of the blue waffle. That was a few months ago.
We don't need to know that. I just
I got the pictures to prove it. Get on my Instagram. I'll show you guys.
No. I just wanted to make the joke and run as fast as I possibly could. Grill Master says, "What's up with a West Hollywood post game show?"
What is that supposed to mean? Hey, you mentioned that blue waffle. All the crickets went quiet for a second. Kind of weird.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. A touchy subject.
Not something you want to touchy, that's for sure.
See what I did there?
Yes. Mateo wants you to know that he's making his game plan tomorrow. So.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, tell him I'll have the swamp patch ready.
Well, let me just put it to you this way, Marcia. Tomorrow is Friday. We have an opportunity to possibly get mess up Houston's playoff chances. So will you be at any of the games? Because again, the invitation's there for the tailgate on Saturday. If not, we'll be back on here tomorrow. We're down to the final two post games because there's not going to be one on Sunday. The final post game is the live one on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can make it out there. That'd be great. So we got to beat them. We got to win all three games to spoil their fun.
At least two of them should spoil their fun.
I'm pretty sure we won't do that. Really don't see that happening, Todd. Really don't.
B Train says appreciate the entertainment all for our long ass season. Love seeing Adele arrive. That's the one thing we could take out of this season. Your thoughts on Joe Adele?
On who? Joe, the B train?
No, not the B Train. Joe Adele, the actual player.
Oh, the actual player. My thoughts on him?
Yeah.
Hey, good looking guy, athletic. That's about it. I'm not too impressed, Todd. I think we need to scrap the whole team.
Okay. Well, not to get into WNBA, but that's what the Atlanta Dream did when you left, and all of a sudden the team made to the playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
weird, huh?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Well, with my injury, I couldn't do much, but
Yeah.
Still in workers' comp.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate if this is the last time we're talking this season, Marcia. I appreciate all your hard hitting diagnoses of this team. Your diagnoses.
Diagnosed. Yeah.
And we appreciate your fandom. A little less sex talk next year, but everything else is on point.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that. Usually when I call, it gets into the naughty business. So, I think I'm going to tone it down a little bit next year. Talk more balls. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully you become pregnant. That mellows you out a little bit.
Oh, boy. When I get pregnant, I'm just going to be busy with, raising my child and, taking him to the park, throwing him on the swing. Of course, he'll be an infant, but I'll still put him in the swing. Swing him around a bit.
Alfonso brings up a good point. If you were to be with Jose Altuve, that'd be awkward in itself because I don't know if he could reach your waistline. Him standing up and you standing up. But I think the baby that you guys would have would probably be as big as Jose Altuve, right?
Yeah, I would. But I'll tell you this, Todd. When you're laying down, we're all the same size, baby.
Just ask Grillmaster, right? Because he's calling you the L word, which I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Just ask Grill. Just ask Grill and his Vienna sausage.
Mike Trout gets the last word. He says, on a positive note, I played more than 140 games. I was wrong about that. I said 120. So he actually played a lot more than I thought he would. Struck out more than I thought he would, too.
Yeah.
All right. So see what we're missing with all that hard-hitting analysis?
Oh, yeah. Dude, let me tell you. I wrote it all down, too.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, Marcia, we'll talk to you when we talk to you. Hopefully we see you.
Hey, Todd, it's been a dream, be part of the show. And I wish I could have been a lot more, but like I said, I was kind of busy doing some things. But a lot of hotels. It's getting expensive. The Motel 6 is like $80-$90 a night now.
You're wasting all that WNBA cash flow, man.
Yeah, I know. I think I need to calm down. So gonna focus on my own, home and gonna get things comfortable there and, try to lure me a man.
Okay. Well, you do that. So we appreciate the call, Marcia, and good luck on your future endeavors.
Hey, thank you very much, Todd. Hey, Angel fans, don't look so blue. I didn't mean blue like Dodger blue. Don't look so glum, you guys. Keep your chin up. Let's win these next two. He's got to get two. That's all we need. Let's spoil the dreams. Let's do it.
You don't need to
Let's
show
do it. Go, Angels!
Oh man! Again, we'll have Mike Trout and well, actually, we won't have Mike Trout, but we'll have a post game show on tomorrow after the game as well, and we'll take some phone calls. But speaking of phone calls, tomorrow we got a freaking call AM 830 and just trash Roger Lodge. Tomorrow, the number to call from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. to troll our boy on AM 830 is 714-2830-830, 714-2830-830, and we need to ask him, do we revive in 25? Or we have to ask him the question.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
So there you go. Big 20 will call in tomorrow because, again, we're down to the last 2 post games of the season. So with that being said, everybody, the Angels lose again. Shocker, big shocker. But we got one more game left to be played against. Actually, 3 more games left to be played against the Houston Astros. We actually have an opportunity to knock them out of the postseason altogether. That would take at least 1 win, if not 2. They don't have to sweep the Astros, but beating them 1 game could be a death blow. 2 games would definitely be the nail in the coffin. So let's hope the Angels can man up for at least the last 2 games of the season. With that being said, everybody, have a good rest of your night. I am out of here. The Angels lose again.